All right, today we're unboxing the Festool CleanTech CT15. Just picked this up the other day, not by choice, kind of because I had to. I'm working on this big cabinet job and running my track saw around. I don't have dust collection that necessarily hooks up to the track saw very well, so I haven't been using any. And with all the dust flying around in the air with these plywood sheets being glued together, so you got wood dust, glue dust flying in the air, I ended up getting really sick, and I was stuck in bed for a few days, and I'm still coughing up a bunch of mucus and just trying to get over that sickness. It made me really take a step back a little bit and realize that the importance of dust collection, that over time doing this to myself, I got lucky that I just had a irritated throat and it didn't develop into a lung infection, pneumonia. That can happen, and it does happen. You guys need to be careful about that. I'm going to start taking a little bit extra precautions, extra measures when it comes to dust collection and trying to keep myself healthy and safe. So with that being said, we're going to dive into the Festool and see what it's all about. Diving right into the box, you're going to have your hose. And top here is going to be your warranty information and your user's manual. And then underneath this is a strap that goes on the top of the vacuum that will strap your hose down when it's not in use. Out of the box in all her glory. The reason I went with the CT15, they have all kinds of sizes, battery ones, plug-in ones. I don't have Festool batteries. I haven't gone that far into the Festool world yet. I'm more of a corded guy myself anyways. A couple of the big reasons I wanted to go with the CT15 is one, it's Festool. And Festool tools are, I've never regretted buying a single Festool tool that I own. Every tool I've bought, the performance on them has just been absolutely amazing. They're worth the money. They're not cheap, but they are worth the money if you can get into that. It's got a plug-in right here, and what this does is you plug your track saw directly into this vacuum, and then when you turn your track saw on, it's automatically going to turn the vacuum on. That way you don't have to go back and forth, turn your vacuum on, turn your vacuum off, start your saw. That's a pain in the butt, and you guys know working in the shop, we want to be efficient, and for me, efficiency is a really big deal, getting all these jobs out as quickly and effectively as possible. So with that being said, having this plug-in right here that automatically turns the vacuum on and off, that's going to be a huge time saver for me. And for me, it's going to make me more willing to actually use a dust extractor. Because I had a shop vac that was kind of a pain in the butt to hook up to my Festool. And because of how much of a pain it was, I didn't use it. If I want to take my health more seriously, I got to make sure I use this stuff. And a good way for me to make sure I'm going to use it more by buying one that's going to help me be more efficient. Right away, you're going to see on your front screen, you got your power on and off button right here. You got your manual mode to where you can just manually turn the vacuum on and use it for cleaning up around the shop or whatever if you're not hooking up to a tool. And then you got your power level, so you can get, maximum suction, minimum suction right there. So then going into the top of this, you open this up right here. That is going to be your tool storage. So you got a couple little accessories in there. Nothing too crazy, but then you got your power cord right here. And this is where your hose is actually going to hook up. This port right here is going to be your exhaust valve. If you're trying to blow something off, if you want to use your vacuum as a blower instead of a sucker, you can hook your hose up right here and it's going to blow out that end. And then you pull this slot out right here. This is where your air filter is going to be at. I know you can buy replacements for these. And the nice part about these Festool is these are HEPA rated air filters. So opening up these sides, you got two latches, one on each side. You can pull this off, and inside is going to be your storage area. This is where all of your dust is going to get collected into. So they have the CT15 and the CT25, which are basically both the same exact thing, except for the CT15 is a 4-gallon or 3 something gallon, and then the CT25 is going to be a 6-gallon. I wanted to go with the CT25, but they didn't have any in stock, and it would be a while before they could get any in stock, so a little impatient. I didn't really want to wait for that, so I just went ahead and went with CT15 for now, and just have to change bags every once in a while, but that'll be all right. All right, so there's not much to it. That's the vacuum itself and all the features, so we're going to go ahead and get this thing hooked up and plug it into the track saw and get it started. All right, so I just finished up a full day's worth of work with this vacuum. I made 100-some cuts today with my track saw, and I just gotta say it's absolutely amazing. It leaves almost no dust behind. You'll notice a lot of times if you're having a bunch of dust, your track doesn't want to stick to the material very well, so you're constantly wiping it off. I didn't have to do that once today. There's just no dust left behind. So this thing did an absolutely incredible job. But after all those cuts, I'm pretty interested to see how much the bag filled up. So, you know, if you're gonna sit there and use your saw for a good 4 hours, let's see where it fills up to. Kind of hard to show you because it's just a little hole in there, but that thing's not even halfway full yet. So I'm pretty pumped about that. I was kind of worried with only getting the 4-gallon that I was gonna be several times a day emptying this thing, but a couple modifications I made to this. In my shop, I'm running an extension cord. I don't have any outlets in like good places, so I'm actually running an extension cord to my table. So what I actually did was just zip tie my cord to the top of this. And then another thing you'll notice is when you're running your saw across, you know, if you have a wired saw, a lot of times you're grabbing that cord and trying to flip it over so it's not getting caught in your track. Well, now you got two things coming off of it. So you have your dust hose and you have your cord. And so what I noticed is I was grabbing both those things. So instead of grabbing them separately, I zip tied the extension cord to the vacuum hose. That way I just have to grab one and they're both out of the way. So once I did that, that was super helpful. All around, this thing has just been an absolute beast. I'm so happy with my purchase of this Festool Clean Tech. Go ahead and get yourself one. These are definitely on my buy list. So thanks for watching the video. You guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.